Hey guys, what's going on? This is the Conservative speaking, and I wanted to talk about Black Lives Matter once again. In the news for purchasing yet another lavish property. All right, $8.1 million was funneled in a mansion in Toronto. So Black Lives Matter has chosen to purchase an $8.1 million property in Toronto. And I gotta tell you, if you were wondering, how your hard-earned dollars that you donated to this Marxist network, if you wanted to know how your money is being put to good use, well, here you are. I mean, this is the same Marxist network that claimed that they were going to fight for black people. Well, just know that your money is being put to really good use, and it's being put to really good use by allowing these people that are in charge of the Black Lives Matter network. They're allowing themselves to pocket the very money that you guys are donating to them. All right, so the fact that they were out championing for black folks and asking you to donate, and the fact that they were able to raise over $90 million, and a lot of you were wondering, well, where did the $90 million go? Well, I guess you can speculate where the majority of that money is going towards. Amazing. But keep donating and keep fighting the good cause. Keep doing it, because all you're doing is enriching their pockets. But let's follow the story. So, I happened to stumble across this article. And the article reads as follows. While Black Lives Matter, in parentheses, a racist hate group, BLM supporters spent the whole summer of 2020 setting cars on fire and breaking windows. The organization was doing some serious fundraising. Yes, in the excess of $90 million. They raised $90 million in 2020. How much fundraising, you ask? Well, enough to buy a mansion, or two, or three. You might remember the story of Patrisse Khan-Cullors, a co-founder of Black Lives Matter, Global Foundation Network, and a self-avowed Marxist. Khan went on a real estate buying binge to include a $1.3 million home in Topanga Canyon. And Topanga Canyon is an area, is an affluent canyon that is made up of, wait for it, white folks. So she bought a property. She bought a property in an affluent area where the main demographic is made up of rich white folks. Then a custom ranch in Georgia, which includes not only an airplane hangar but an airplane runway as well. Pretty impressive. And homes at other locations to total $3.2 million. Marxists love their $1 million homes tucked away from all of the riffraff, don't they? For as much as they hate the white rich people, they want to live just like them. And then if we go down, so Patrisse Khan-Cullors resigned from Black Lives Matter in May of 2021. But she was innocent, a champion for black people, as some outlets defended. Patrisse's work for black people over the years had made her and others who align with the fight for black liberation targets of racist violence. The narrative being spread about Patrisse has been generated by right-wing forces intent on reducing the support and influence of a movement that is larger than any one organization. This right-wing offensive not only puts Patrisse, her child, and her loved ones in harm's way, but it also continues a tradition of terror by white supremacists against black activists. So, I mean, considering the fact that that Patrisse Cullors feels threatened by white supremacists, and I guess she's assuming the white folks who who support capitalism. You know, the same capitalism that are responsible for the vast majority of jobs that everyone is able to obtain. But if that is the case, then why is she buying property in Topanga Canyon, which is predominantly a white neighborhood? Not only a white neighborhood, but a affluent neighborhood. Amazing, right? All black activists know the fear these malicious and serious actions are meant to instill. The fear of being silenced, the trauma of being targeted, the torture of feeling one's family is exposed to danger just for speaking out against unjust systems. We have seen this tactic of terror time and again, but our movement will not be silenced. Now this is from this was from their internet. Yeah, this was from their webpage. And of course, this is yet again another sign of gaslighting. Premises that are bringing up these type of allegations against them, stating that they are spending way more money than they should, considering that Black Lives Matter is a nonprofit organization, a nonprofit fundraiser. Even though you actually had one of the head leaders of the Black Lives Matter chapter in New York, Hank. Oh no, his first name is Hank, and he even criticized the Black Lives Matter organization for their lavish real estate purchases. Now he's a black guy. So what excuse are they going to come up with as far as that goes? Are they going to say that black supremacists are coming after them as well? I mean, you have someone within your organization that's actually criticizing your lavish real estate purchases, and they want to know, hey, we didn't receive a dime. Where are you getting all of this money to buy all of these properties? Amazing stuff, isn't it? How dare the racists spread a narrative that shines a light on the hypocrisy of self-proclaimed Marxists whose goal is to bring down the white bourgeoisie. The nonprofit based in Toronto was set up in part by Janaea Khan, Patrisse's so-called wife. MBBJ becomes flush with funding 2 months earlier in July 2021, and lo and behold, purchases a 10,000 square foot historic property for the equivalent of $6.3 million in cash. More irony here? The mansion purchase once belonged to a Communist Party of Canada. I'm sure that the devout Marxists, Patrisse and Janaea, could not resist snatching up this little sentimental piece of history. Why did they purchase this mansion? Okay. So as you can see, this is the mansion that they purchased, and there's a tweet from the New York Post that states Black Lives Matter sent millions to Canada charity to buy mansion. And then there was a tweet uh, from a responder asking to house homeless black children. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. But I have a question for these Black Lives Matter founders that are that decided to purchase this property. Why are all of these properties that they're purchasing that are in the millions so unappealing? This doesn't even look like a mansion. This looks more like a school than anything. This looks like one of these old schools that were built in the early 19th century. I mean, on the outside, I mean, the exterior form looks really unappealing. I don't know what the inside looks like, but judging from the exterior aspect of it, of the building, I mean, it's not a building uh, that would motivate me to want to spend seven figures. I'm sorry, it doesn't even look like what you would consider a modern mansion. But maybe they're into the whole retro uh, cathedral style. But that just goes to show you. I mean, and considering that these two Marxists are artists, they sure have a bad taste in real estate appeal. To house homeless black children? Nope. The mansion has been converted and named the Wild Seed Center for Art and Activism. This is from their website. Wild Seed is a transformed industrial space, a black canvas reimagined as a multi-purpose artist-run community incubator, gallery studio, and home to Black Lives Matter racist hate group. Canada. Amazing. Clearly they're not shy about their association with Black Lives Matter, are they? More, Wild Seed is a trans feminist, queer, affirming space politically aligned with supporting black liberation work across Canada. Let's have a question. What does queer and black liberation, like why would they mix in queer with black liberation? Just think, just asking. I mean, obviously this is a property that Black Lives Matter was able to snatch up because of the money that you guys donated to them, and they're using your money and they're going out on a crazy spending spree. Never mind the fact that not one red cent has gone into any any improvements in the black community. It's going into their real estate projects. But hey, they told you and they warned you ahead of time. They told you. It wasn't as if they didn't warn you. They told you they were Marxists, and this is what Marxists do. So, Wild Seed is a trans feminist, queer, affirming space politically aligned with supporting black liberation work across Canada. Of course they are. They forgot the buzzwords intersectional, inclusive, tolerant. I better watch it. My white privilege is showing. I think this was a white person that wrote the article. The Wild Seed crew is also conscious of those of whose land they are on. Wild Seed is located in Takaran on Three Fires territory in the territory of the Dish with One Spoon Wampum. The area is covered by Treaty 13. We learn from the land and are so thankful to be here in this place. We are in solidarity with the land back and support indigenous resurgence. This is from their website. We know this is your land, but we paid $6 million for this place, and we're going to keep it. So yeah, we stand in solidarity on your stolen land. It's just amazing how some radical females can influence black folks as a whole to then donate millions of dollars and have other companies donate money to their cause, and then have them turn around and just buy real estate, and as much lavish real estate as they can. And it just dawns on me, like, why would black folks, for the most part, why would black folks even want to buy into this? But then it dawned on me, I mean, Jim Jones was a cult leader in San Francisco, and he was able to influence the blacks that lived in San Francisco to drink the Kool-Aid that really had cyanide in it, and they all dropped like flies. So if you can make the blacks drink the Kool-Aid, why wouldn't you make the blacks donate to a phony cause such as Black Lives Matter? The same phony cause that claim that they are champions for black folks and are fighting for black folks, and really all they're doing is fighting for their pockets so that they can be able to enrich themselves, which they were able to do. And in this latest cause, they just purchased a multi-million-dollar, well, now I'll say multi-million-dollar, about an $8.1 million mansion out in Toronto. Just amazing. Amazing. All you have to do is sound believable, and the blacks will buy into it. The staff is made up of a diverse group of black artists, writers, and performers who kindly provide their preferred pronouns in their bios. Most, if not all, are affiliated with Black Lives Matter Canada. They are the activists, the community organizers, the social justice educators. So I'm gonna stop there. So obviously, this just comes down to actually, let me read this one. Today, I like to challenge Black Lives Matter supporting liberal who worship at the Church of Woke. Black Lives Matter is a 501c3 organization. It's a non-profit organization. Supposedly, it is an organization with a lot of cash and donors, and apparently not a lot of fiduciary transparency. Before liberals from the Church of Woke tell me that I'm a racist bigot for pointing this out, I will say that I am not afraid to say the same thing I am about to say about some large mega churches led by mostly white people. The buildings, the vacations, the prestige, and the notoriety seems to outweigh any work that is being done in the surrounding communities and some of those churches as well. Yet people make donations in the form of tithes in the hope that people at the helm will do the right thing. They claim they do, but much like Black Lives Matter, they do not. If you look hard at our cities and predominantly black communities, are they any better, any safer, any less marginalized for residents than they were 8 years ago at the inception of Black Lives Matter? I will bet that they are not. I will bet that they are worse off than they were before. And it's true. But again, this doesn't stop people from wanting to, the blacks from wanting to drink the Kool-Aid. But it's not just Black Lives Matter. It's not just the blacks that were drinking the Kool-Aid. It was also Nike, and of course it was Nike, Major League Baseball, and all of these other major corporations that decided to give Black Lives Matter They were able to donate millions of dollars, and they did it under the perceived notion that Black Lives Matter was going to fight for black people. They were going to be the champion for black folks. And truth be told, they're really nothing more than the mouthpiece for the Democratic Party. Because if you look at their beliefs, it aligns with the same beliefs that the Democratic Party has. All right, they hate God, they hate the family, they they hate police officers. You know, the whole defund the police nonsense really came from them, and then you have progressives that were running with it. You know, they they're against, they're against straight men. They're against everything that the Constitution stands for. And they really want this country, they really want to take over this country and then rewrite the Constitution. Because they want it to fit their narrative. And this is something that clearly is going to harm. This is going to bring nothing but harm more than it does good. But because Black Lives Matter are able to tap into black people's emotions, the blacks will continue to donate to the cause without them realizing that they are being used. The blacks are literally being used by the very people that are exploiting their emotions for profit. All right? But prior to the Civil Rights Act, this would have never been this would have never ever even been an issue, because black people used to think for themselves. But now they have allowed other people to think for themselves. And now the blacks have hit an all low. The blacks have allowed a bunch of radical females to start thinking for them, as opposed to them thinking for themselves. But that's because black people have allowed themselves to react, to allow their emotions to react for them, as opposed to them thinking logically. They're allowing their emotions to take over what should be rational thought. And as long as that happens, the blacks will continue to get emotionally exploited for profits by other people, that in which all they have to do is sound believable, and the blacks will follow, because black people follow other people instead of following God. And this is the type of result that you get. But let me know what you think about this. Black Lives Matter, once again, buying an $8.1 million mansion out in Toronto, practically just using the fund, dipping into the fundraiser and literally wiping their butts with it, and slapping other people in the face with the very money that they donated to the movement or to the organization. And they're just buying up property like it's going out of style. Amazing. And it's also amazing considering that Patrisse Cullors made about $120,000 right here. She made about $120,000 within within her stay as a co-founder in Black Lives Matter. But if she only made $120,000, how is she able to then afford to buy up more than $3 million worth of real estate? It's amazing. but it's just something I had to point out. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment in the comment section after you subscribe to my channel. Smash the like button if you like the video. I know it's a bit long, but just something that I had to draw out. Share the video and subscribe to my channel, as I'll be able to provide content on the double. Also, when you subscribe to my channel, click on the notification button so that you'll be notified when new content is coming out. And don't forget, all right, one more day to go before you will see the month of February being dedicated to Black History Month. I'm dedicating the entire month of February on my YouTube channel to Black History Month. That means every single day I will come out with a video displaying prominent black figures like you've never seen them before. So check that out. You don't want to miss it. And with that being said, this is D Conservative signing out. Have a blessed day, guys.